Okay, a little information about this organ. If I play the gedect on the swell in the middle keyboard, that would be the same if I pressed the sub-gedect and I played that an octave higher, which means it's just borrowing pipes. It's the same thing. So that's basically the same rank of flutes, except you're adding a few notes on the bottom. If I play low D on the gedect on the pedals, and I play second octave D on the sub-gedect 16 foot, it's basically the same thing. So the gedect pipes in this organ are being borrowed or spread across the pedal division, the swell division with the sub-gedect, which is just an octave lower, and they're the exact same pipes that are used on the grate. If you look at the swell has a violin, diapason, gedect, octave, flute, and super octave. The exact same stops on the grate, and they're the exact same pipes, which is why you wouldn't have a coupler, because all you're doing is coupling to the same thing, which would be meaningless. Now you have a flute on the pedal, and you have a flute d'amour on the swell, which is a 4-foot flute. Which is the same on the key, so you have the same notes on the keyboard that you have on the pedal division. So that flute is being borrowed. The pipes are the same on the pedal, on the swell, and you also have, again, the same stop on the grate. So how many ranks does this organ actually have? Well, you've got a gedect, which is a kind of flute. You have the flute d'amour, which is a little bit of a, I think, a brighter flute than the gedect. And you have an oboe. And you probably have some additional pipes that are used in the diapason, which is a guess on my part. So I kind of agree with that article that says this is probably a 2.5 rank pipe organ in all. So you have 4 different divisions: pedal, swell, and grate, and you have so you have 3 different divisions, and that's it. You have 2 keyboards, 3 different divisions. They borrow pipes all over the place. So yeah, my guess would be about 2.5 ranks, and it's probably about 4 inches of wind pressure. That would be a reasonable guess. Pipes based on a Skinner build. Pipes based on Skinner, according to that article, which I could hear some similarities. So that's my guess on this organ, which is a very small Kilgen organ called the Petite Ensemble.